Hey guys, and welcome to another War of Emperium session here in Ragnarok Online GGH. We are your casters. My name is James.
And my name is MG. Hello.
And yes, hello to our viewers and to all of the participants right now. I think some of you guys are watching this stream. And I'd like to encourage you all to like and share the stream. Also make sure to follow the page, and if you haven't already joined the ROGGH Discord. All right.
Yeah. So I think
So yeah,
yeah, go.
yeah. So right now, MG, actually we've Arsenal just conquered Kremhild Castle. We've seen them conquer this castle a lot of times before. And they have been defending this castle really well, since they have a good positioning and different factors to defend, or different ways to defend this castle.
Yep.
And they managed, actually, in our previous session, to almost take down Red Dominari.
Yes. And I think every time that you're gonna start your certain like your war proper, I think you need to have a good like a pre-match fight versus a certain guild just to just to warm up everything and to prepare on what's gonna happen for this session. And I think Arsenal is doing a good job on that one. They want to make sure that they want to take advantage of the positioning of their guild on this castle. And at the same time, it serves as a warm up for them as well. Every time that they're in Kremhild versus other guilds.
Yes, and I think these players are getting ready for what's to come for the War of Imperium, because I think everyone is preparing themselves to be better in every situation. Especially Arsenal, we've seen them improve a lot of times since in the coming days of War of Imperium. And right now, actually, in the entrance of this the Kremhild Castle, the Purple Dominari and some members of Last Nightmare are here to actually, stir a bit of some trouble here in this castle.
Yes. And okay, so I think we're gonna see a Last Nightmare versus Dominari fight on this one. Currently, Purple Dominari is trying to set up their forces on the south side of the portal, and most of the Last Nightmare, sorry, are just trying to cast their battle chants before they go in on the entrance of Kremhild. And right now, we're seeing a Last Nightmare.
Ooh.
And quick initiation, they're coming from Purple Dominari. Purple Dominari is hitting the Last Nightmare. But again, Last Nightmare is very prepared. They're trying to steamroll the entire forces of Dominari. And Dominari is trying to run and trying to survive on the aggressiveness of Last Nightmare.
Yes, I kind of like the part. I kind of like the coordination there of Last Nightmare. They went in together and made sure to wipe out everyone else first before pushing in as a guild. And they successfully took down Purple Dominari before they actually try and go in this castle. But you can see here, Last Nightmare, suicidal destruction once again on the side there of Last Nightmare. And Arsenal is just trying to push Last Nightmare right here. Dragon's Water Breath is going to get casted. Curse Circle got casted for a bit here at the stack of Arsenal. But Last Nightmare is making sure to take down every member of Arsenal right here. And I'm not sure if Arsenal has enough time to actually, go back and regroup there at the third portal, because that's their only spot that they can defend perfectly. But they need to be quick. They need to be ready in every situation, as Last Nightmare is getting ready to push, getting ready to regroup here, and just holding this choke point. They decided to push back. Another player here of Arsenal is trying to take down a lot of members of Last Nightmare, as a lot of members of Last Nightmare got pushed down and will go back, as Arsenal will have another chance to fight for their castle.
Yes, and I think the strategy of Arsenal right now is really exposed right now, especially in Kremhild. Every time that they're pushing, they're leaving their backlane open. So if you see Arsenal diving in on the front line, they're leaving their backlane open. The backlane is not committing. They're not pushing with the front line as well. That's why they're getting flank at the backlane, and most of the support, as we know that on the side of Arsenal is staying at the backlane. They have those warlocks. We have those ABs at the backlane. That's very open and vulnerable on Dragon's Breath. At the same time with Arrow Storm as well. So they need to figure out how to push properly on that one, or even push at the same time, or defend the backlane or something. They need to,
But Arsenal's
look at that
defense
one.
is not yet set as of now. And Dominari is just making sure to wipe out the members here of Arsenal who are just pushing out and not yet ready
Ooh.
for the battle that is going to come ahead. Purple Dominari is going to be there. Land Protector on the floor. And I'm not sure if Arsenal is already defending this second portal. No defenders of Arsenal right here. Maybe that third portal will be well defended right now as Arsenal is not yet pushing in. We see that mechanic, actually two mechanics for that fact. And the red Dominary, that Shadow Chaser, of course, will just irritate everyone there. And I think that will serve as a scout for Dominary.
Yes. And I think Arsenal is aware that they have like two massive guilds right now, their castle. They have Dominari. We're not sure if we saw a red Dominari earlier, but definitely purple Dominari is here, and Dominari is going in and gonna commit. And we're seeing massive damage there coming from Arsenal. Arsenal is dropping huge damage on the portal, but we're seeing a couple of Dominaris walking forward, trying to go to the backlane, and the backlane of Arsenal right now is getting ripped off by Dominari Purple, and Dominari Purple is charging in with confidence, trying to wipe every Arsenal that they see in the floor. And right now we're seeing zero Arsenal on near on the defense area of this portal. And I think Dominari needs to capitalize on this push. But again, Arsenal is recovering on this defense. But again, Dominari is very persistent on pushing and claiming this castle. But again, Arsenal has the flag warp advantage on this one, trying to sustain, trying to pick off single players, making sure that no Dominari will able to pass the defense of this solid guild of Arsenal. Yeah.
Actually, there was a clutch of
Clutch.
those mechanics for both sides. Earlier, when Dominari pushed in this third portal, Dominari was able to push their mechanic on the stack there of
Oh.
Arsenal, casting that suicidal destruction, wiping the back lane. Almost everyone from the back lane of Arsenal got wiped out. And, Arsenal retaliated when they went back. Since a lot of Dominaries are Dominari players aren't inside the castle as of yet, they were near that flag warp area of Arsenal, and they used that suicidal destruction to stop them from their push. And that suicidal destruction managed to take down a lot of members of Dominari. That's why they were able to defend this castle, and now they are going to push out. They want to make sure they have enough space to, deal with every other opponent that they should.
Yes.
But only Purple Dominari is here. I'm not sure where Last Nightmare is. And I can see Red Dominari just regrouping here at the entrance. I think they are making sure that no one else will enter this castle.
Yes. And I think Red Dominari is aware that there's a fight in this castle. They saw Last Nightmare. They saw Arsenal. And those two guilds are the guilds that they're trying to aim, especially on an open field fight. And I think they just want to, they want to have a taste of the Arsenal defense in Kremhild again. And the question there is, are we gonna see a full force of Dominari, or are we just gonna see a red Dominari facing a 1v1 fight here versus Arsenal?
Well, we will see that later on. But if you guys are enjoying what you are seeing, just a quick reminder, we are giving away codes that you can redeem in our website. And all you need to do is to be quick Be quick into typing in that code, and I think you could guess the number or the random number that's there in the code.
Yeah.
And as
I
we will show the code in a bit, that question mark, there will be a question mark in the code. You need to change that into a number from 0 to 9. And to redeem that, all we need to do is to log in our website, r.gnjoy.asia, log in your GNjoy account, click on membership, then redeem code. Then type in the code. First one to do so will be able to claim those prizes or will be able to redeem those prizes. The codes are only a one-time use. So yeah, you need to be quick and you need to be very, very lucky into guessing that random number in the code. All
yeah.
right. So the items that you can redeem from the codes are battle manuals, job manuals, blessing and agi scrolls, mystic powders, and tears blessing. All right.
I think that's gonna be super good, especially we're gonna start up with a brand new character.
Yeah, I think those items will be recovered. But as you see right here, Last Nightmare is regrouping, preparing themselves to battle against Red Dominari, who is just holding a tight spot here in Kreml Castle. Well, I think Purple Dominari is going to try and deal with Arsenal later on. But, you see that Sura just scouting Last Nightmare right here. But in terms of number, I think Last Nightmare is at a disadvantage. But I'm not sure what that Ranger did from Last Nightmare. He just went in, and I don't know why he just walked. I'm not really sure about that, but you can see here, Last Nightmare doesn't have a Land Protector casted on their feet. They only have that Numa, and I think that's a great option for them since there are only a few, not only a few, but a lot of skills getting casted on the floor here by Warlocks and Sorcerers. I think they need to omit that Numa in place for that Land Protector, but you can see that Diamond Dust landing on the True Knight of Last Nightmare. They are preparing themselves to deal with Dominari right here. Dominari has that Numa on the front line and that Land Protector in the back to protect their back lane. But that purple Dominari, I think that was a mechanic right there. And you can see here Curse Circle coming in from Dominari. You can see Last Nightmare just trying to hold their ground. Suicidal Destruction, eliminating a few members of Dominari. And you can see a Dominari member, the stack here of Last Nightmare. Last Nightmare is in trouble right here as Dominari pushed in perfectly and pinched Last Nightmare right there. And oh my goodness. I think if Purple Dominari didn't come in at that moment, Last Nightmare could have stood a chance. They could have stood a chance. Of course, the portal is on their side. So they will be able to go in really quickly. But Arsenal is going to try and take advantage of the situation right here. But Dominari is a bit too strong for them to handle right now. And Dominari already has their number set. And we can see that Shadow Chaser just causing a little bit of trouble here for Dominari. And they are going to regroup here at that choke point. While Arsenal will be holding a different choke point here. Still in the entrance of Kremhild Castle.
Well, to be fair, Dominari is showing no mercy for Last Nightmare. They just want to take the fight without any hesitation. They have the opportunity to wipe Last Nightmare. Regardless of the method that they're gonna do, they're just gonna take it, showing no mercy to any guilds that they're facing right now.
And what happened right there for Last Nightmare? They didn't spot that Sura. I think that Sura was from Purple Dominari. That Sura just went in, used that Curse Circle, just disabling, I think, Rune Knights and Rangers of Last Nightmare. So the damage output of Last Nightmare got reduced only because of that Curse Circle. Then when that happened, Last Nightmare did their best to watch for the mechanics of Dominari. But, the numbers of Dominari were a bit too much for Last Nightmare to handle. Damage just poured in. And you saw Dominari, or Purple Dominari, come out from behind and just pinch them. And they were sandwiched from the start. They had a hard time with actually dealing with the situation right there. But last Nightmare did a good job into holding for that long.
Yes. And most of the damage that they had earlier is really separated because they have purple and red dominary attacking in every angle that they have. So basically, their damage is pretty spread out, and that's why they cannot take down any enemies on the side of purple and the red one. So I think they need to avoid those kinds of fights and situations. If they really want to take Dominari if they really want to take Dominari um, out of their position, they need to commit as soon as they have their full group. Because every time that they're gonna wait is an opportunity for Dominari to sandwich them or to re-strategize on how they can take Last Nightmare on.
Yes, but hold on to that thought. Red Dominari is here for redemption. Suicidal Destruction, I'm not sure what hit that. But Dominari is preparing themselves to deal with Arsenal right here. Arsenal is in trouble as Dominari pushed in really, really quickly right here. And, Arsenal just got a little bit scattered. And Dominari is preparing for that push. Suicidal Destruction actually didn't land on anyone from Dominari. But Dominari is preparing themselves for this push. Arsenal, I'm not sure if they have enough time to regroup there at the third portal. But if they are quick, if they are always ready, I think most likely they are going to be there.
Yeah.
But right now, no. Oh no. No defense from Arsenal right there. They're just going to hold the flag. And Red Dominari is going to prepare themselves to probably take down this castle while they are holding the flag here. And this castle is good as gone. Dominari, a quick and clean push coming from them. And
yes, at the same time, James, what I like about Dominari, see the positioning that they have right now. You have the backlane pretty protected by the Rangers. They have their Warlocks, they have their ABs at the backlane, making sure that just in case Arsenal is gonna hit the backlane, it's gonna be fully guarded, right? And they have those ground control players. They have the Shadow Chaser, they have the Suras, they have the GX there on the floor scattered around. So just in case a different angle is being pushed, those ground players are ready to box them out or try to engage them or to delay them. So that's what separates Dominari versus Arsenal. The positioning of the backlane and how they protect their backlane versus the enemies that they're facing. So I think Arsenal needs to make a huge adjustment in terms of their backlane because again, we've been seeing this type of pushes coming from Arsenal, and those pushes actually turned out into a wipe on their side. So they need to be careful on how they handle their backlane. They need to protect. If they're gonna commit, backlane should be pushing as well with them.
So yeah, actually, if you guys like what you are seeing, make sure to comment it in our stream. And if you do want to shout out some of the players or the guilds right here or who are participating in War of Emperium, you can do so by commenting, and we'll do our best to read the comments. So we have comments right here from Michelle. Hello again. All right. So hello. And a sad no face cam. Yes, actually no face cam for today, guys, to prevent some technical issues that we are currently experiencing. So sorry about that, but we will do our best to address and fix those technical issues. But for now, I think we'll stick to this setup, but we'll be making sure next time MG will show his beautiful face.
My gorgeous, beautiful face.
Yeah. I think they're always waiting for MG's beautiful face.
Not me. It should be. Okay, anyways, I think some of the Dominaries are trying to talk Arsenal's forces on regroup. That's actually pretty good.
Actually, for Arsenal, it's going to be difficult for them to push if Purple Dominari, pinches them from behind once again. But yeah, actually, since Arsenal is getting ready to set up here and regroup at the entrance of Kremlin Castle. In Fadgrid Castle, actually, there is a battle between Last Nightmare and Purple Dominari right here.
Oh, okay. So this is a 1v1 scenario. Arsenal versus
Hmm.
Red Dominari. Last Nightmare
Yes.
versus Purple Dominari.
Yes, and the defense of Last Sniper in Fadgrid Castle is pretty neat actually, and we might see that later on as we are just going to see the battle between these two guilds in Kremlin Castle right now. Arsenal getting ready to push in. Dominari is all set with their defense. Arsenal in a little bit of a bad situation right here since the numbers of Dominari is really no joke, and they have the advantage because they are the defending guild. Arrow Storm's landing on the side of Arsenal. You can see here as a little bit of a Dominari players just trying to push in. Dragon's Breath getting casted here on the side of Dominari, and we see that Numa on the floor as yeah, things are happening right now. Storm Gust and floor skills are getting casted. Of course, Warlocks and Sorcerers are busy. And I think they are just going to wait for, that mechanic from maybe both sides to actually take down each and every member of their opposing guild.
Yes. I think Dominari already most of the Dominari are trying to flank the back lane of Arsenal. That's why
Mhm.
Arsenal are reacting to the push of Dominari earlier. That's why they're trying
Mhm.
to fall back as soon as they can. But again,
Yes.
the moment that they saw Arsenal's movement, Dominari without any hesitations, putting their Sura in front, putting those Royal Guards in front, making sure that they can actually create a delay on the side of Arsenal. And right now,
Mhm.
Arsenal is trying to regroup as fast as they can, and it's actually good that they're putting a mix up there on their lineup for the flankers. We're seeing
Mhm.
Royal Guards right now abusing those vanishing point damage. We know for a fact that Royal Guard can actually dish out a huge damage versus certain classes. And I think they're just capitalizing on the Royal Guards right now. They're very tanky, and at the same time, the damage input that they can produce is no joke.
Yes. Actually, when you were explaining what's happening there at Kremlin Castle, I actually just watched the battle between Purple Dominari and Last Nightmare unfold. And unfortunately for Purple Dominari, they were unfortunate at that time since Last Nightmare already has defense set up, and they were really quick into using those suras to cast those curse circles. We've been seeing them do this for quite a bit of time now. Uh, they still try to utilize those suras. I think they have around 3 or 4 suras for Last Nightmare. Of course, they have that curse circle ready, always ready, of course, for every situation, because that is a really useful skill. Disabling a lot of the members, especially the back lane of Dominari
Mm-hmm.
earlier. But Last Nightmare got a little bit delayed of the follow-up damage.
Okay.
But they really did their best to take advantage of the disabled members. So they were a little bit slow at that time at the battle that I just watched earlier. But let's see when this next battle unfolds for Last Nightmare and the Purple Dominari. If Purple Dominari will have a chance to retaliate against Last Nightmare right here.
Yes. I think Last Nightmare is just trying to adjust their lineup. Currently, this is not the full force of Last Nightmare as we know them, right? So maybe the adjustment, the roster is still going on their lineup. Wherein Dominari Red, actually they're the most consistent in the Warf Imperium. They've been showing with huge numbers like every session that we have. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the difference between Red Dominari and Last Nightmare. Side of Red Dominari, no more adjustment because again, attendance, their consistency there. While on the other hand, Last Nightmare is still adjusting because of their I think they've been away for like a week or two. They just got back again. So maybe that's why there's a bit of adjustment on their side.
Yes, and right now we are seeing Red Dominari regroup here at the entrance of Fat Grid Castle. I'm still, you know, I'm still waiting for the alliance between Last Nightmare and Arsenal if that will actually happen. Since they are going to deal with two guilds here of Dominari. Last Nightmare is really at a disadvantage, and Red Dominari just wants to hold their flank, just making sure they defend their comrades here, Purple Dominari. As you can see, the battle unfold here for Last Nightmare and Purple Dominari, and we can see a bit of members here of Last Nightmare just trying to push in, as we see cursed circles landing there on the side of Dominari, while Last Nightmare is doing their best into pushing Dominari out of this castle. But when they do so, they will need to be able to take advantage of the disabled members of Dominari and take down Red Dominari, who is just waiting there at the entrance as well.
Yep.
And yes, Last Nightmare is in a really tight spot
Yes.
right here.
There's a second batch on the side of Dominari, so even if they wipe the purple Dominari, red Dominari is ready to catch those attackers on the side of Last Nightmare. They can actually take it down immediately. They have a full lineup here waiting at the entrance.
Yes, and Red Dominari, I think, is always ready for the fights right there. Last Nightmare just holding that choke point here at Fat Grid Castle, while you need to hide your screen for a bit right there.
Hey, yeah.
As I will try and do my best to actually commentate on what's happening right here, while the screen is going to go dark for a bit. Last Nightmare just holding their ground, while Red Dominari is doing that as well, waiting for their Purple Dominari to go in this castle for a time being. Purple Dominari just holding the entrance here for Red Dominari, and Red Dominari is trying to go in for that push, just making sure they have enough leeway to actually push in on the fight. As I see skills unfold right here, Diamond Dust and Dragon's Breath landing on both sides, as that sorcerer of Dominari is just trying to attack the stack here of Last Nightmare. Dominari is pushing in on Last Nightmare right here. Last Nightmare is in trouble. Last Nightmare, a lot of their members are falling down. Red Dominari is pushing with Purple Dominari right now. Last Nightmare, this is disabled, will be able to go back for now and regroup at the third portal, maybe the Emperium of this castle, as Fad Grid is in trouble here for Last Nightmare. Red Dominari and Purple Dominari is just getting ready to take down the members of Last Nightmare right here. And yes, actually, Dominari is really no joke.
Yeah, so again, they're actually the guild that's very consistent server. That's why I really like their attitude when it comes to war. Like if it's like War of Imperium, they're actually 100% committed. Most of them are ready in any situation. They know. I think they have a briefing maybe before for the War of Imperium hits. They keep on reminding their members the role. They've been assigning certain players who's gonna scout, or who's gonna break the Imperium, or who's gonna take the front line and the back line. What I like about them, they're pretty organized, and the attendance of the guild is
Yes, and Last Nightmare, I'm not sure why no one is defending this castle. Maybe they just want to give it away. They don't have any intentions of defending this castle for now, since Dominari already has a hold of a lot of their spots of this castle. But Last Nightmare, I think, needs to improve on the speed of their regrouping, because I've seen them improve for tiny bits during since the last stream, or since the last Warf Imperium that we saw them.
Yeah.
But last Nightmare could do a bit of improvement, especially when they are defending a castle. They need to be quick into using that flag warping themselves beside that castle and making sure they go in and regroup quickly. Well, maybe because they have a different objective in mind, or maybe because they don't really want to defend that cast that much, or they're still restocking their supplies in their inventory. But yeah, actually Dominari is really a hard guild to deal with, especially if you have two guilds pushing you like that. So that's why I'm looking forward to an alliance between our guilds to take down Dominari.
Yes. And again, one of the key a successful guild, especially war, you need to master the art of the, because again,
Mhm.
your group, if you cannot master your group, you're gonna have a hard time on, because the regroup is the, I think, uh, basically it's the one of the easiest thing to do in Warframe. If you
Mhm.
can regroup like 3 seconds, 5 ups, actually a good sign that you can
Mhm.
actually do a quick counter. But if your regroup will take like 30 seconds to a minute.
Well, I think that will happen if you don't have enough potions in inventory, as you are going to consume a lot of potions right there to actually deal with a lot of people in War of Imperium. So I think most players are keen on restocking their inventory first before pushing in on the battle. But yeah, actually, last Nightmare just conquered Kremhild Castle. They are defending this castle while Purple Dominari noticed what just happened right there, and sending scouts immediately to see what's going on in this castle.
Yeah. And I think the perfect thing to do that you're thing Minari. I really like what the other guilds did, like Chaos Cartel for they've been forcing Dominari to chase them, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've been trying to be chased by this, and once that they know that it's a 1v1 scenario, they're gonna take it. They're gonna fight the guild, and once they wipe, and they notice that second guild will come in join the fight, they immediately port out and try to do the same strategy that guild. So it's
Mm-hmm.
actually a good strategy versus Dominar to
Yes.
escape that 2v1 scenario.
Mm-hmm. And if you take a quick look at our castles right now, Dominari has a hold of Fadgrid Castle, while Last Nightmare has a hold of Kremhild. Arsenal, I'm not sure where they are right now. Maybe they tried to conquer a different guild or a different castle rather. And I saw a bit of a no. Actually, I think Arsenal has a hold of Skogul. I think they have hold of Skogul right now since that's what I last saw them conquer.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually,
And
um,
yeah, and this
our guilds are really just trying to survive in War of Emperium for
exactly,
now.
yeah.
And I see them just try to improve in every situation. As you see here, if we want to take a look at Skogul Castle, goons are pushing in right now
Oh.
on this castle. And I think this castle is defended by Arsenal though.
And before I go there, I just want to say something about what I like about the third job class is, or yeah, third job class is they're actually maximizing this high ground. You know, it's really nice to see that players are taking advantage of those high ground spots and putting like couple of players, just to free hit other players.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just want to because
Oh,
it's
you
been a
just
while.
want
Yeah,
you
it's
just
been a
want to
while.
comment that they are on the
Yeah,
high
yeah, yeah.
ground.
It's really
But yeah,
nice.
actually, using taking advantage of those spots can actually be a benefit for your guild, but can also be a disadvantage because if you are a class that relies mostly on range damage, especially arrow storms, dragon's breath, I think that is fairly okay. But when it comes to certain situations, especially when you need to push out on the enemy, you need to be able to chase the enemy. You won't be able to do so because you are fixed to a certain spot.
Yeah. I think
So,
I think the perfect class
mhm.
for that is like Warlocks. Like they can actually dish out good damage, or even a ranger can actually dish out a good damage to the back lane, just in case that the back lane got left out on certain push. They can capitalize on those spots.
Yes, and here in Skogul Castle, actually Dominati is just taking a hold of this entrance. They don't want other guilds to push in. Maybe they are regrouping here as they are going to push in together later on.
Yeah.
We've seen Dominati do this a couple of times. They're always waiting for their members before they push in a castle. That's why they have really strong numbers when it comes to their offensive strategy, and they actually push in together. They have good coordination, and we've
Yeah.
been seeing them improve their coordination in every occurring War of Emperium.
Yes.
But you can see here Arsenal just trying to cause a bit of damage here against Dominari. They wanted to push out on Dominari, but decided to maybe back out and maybe hold a different spot here
Oh, they need
at
to
this
move. They
castle.
need to.
So you can see here that
They need to fall
Mandragora
back on
Howling
this.
got casted on Arsenal right here. And Arsenal is going to be in a bit of a trouble here if that Mandragora Howling doesn't land on Dominari side. But Dominari Curse Circle just landed here on Dominari. Suicidal Destruction
Oh,
as well. And that Dominari is in trouble as you just
I got hit again.
hit. But from my perspective right here, Red Dominati doesn't have a lot of members right here. Arsenal just took advantage of the situation and
Oh
pushed
my.
Red Dominati
So
out. And Red Dominati is eliminated in this castle.
yo,
Only a bit of members left and they are regrouping there at the entrance. But at the entrance of that castle, Goons is just holding a certain spot right here.
yeah. Uh, I just want to say this, Jake. The moment that Arsenal changed their logo, that Ember
That's fire.
Fire, yeah, that's the serious mode of. So I think this is the Dominari that we've been waiting, that can actually eliminate Red. I mean Arsenal, the Arsenal that we have been waiting, that can wipe Red Dominari. I think we're gonna see a serious Arsenal versus Red Dominari. Right
Mhm.
now, that's a good 1 point versus Arsenal for that 1v1 GVG.
Well, actually, Dominari has been beating Arsenal a lot of times before.
I mean,
Um, but
you
but
know,
yeah, but in the previous sessions though,
yeah,
and we see how Arsenal improves in their coordination and their defense and their attack. But I think the defense of Arsenal is their strong point. As you push out on the entrance for a bit, their MG
yeah,
goons are regrouping here at the entrance of this castle. But Dominari, you won't notice that goons are there because Dominari just pushed in
they just
together.
swarm in.
So you were a little bit late right there. You're a little bit late,
But
but goons got wiped out as Red Dominari is just going to make sure to hold this entrance. And we know that Dominari doesn't lose a second time around when they put in on a castle.
yeah, but I think my prediction that this is gonna be a second wipe for Dominar. I think that's actually my prediction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think this is gonna be a 2-0 coming from Arsenal. I think that's my prediction.
Yeah,
They've
we'll
been
see
playing
what
pretty
will
well on
happen
this
though.
one.
We'll see what will happen
Okay,
because
here we go. Let's
these
go, Arsenal.
yeah, the map is covered by walls. You can
Yes.
cast that Mandragora Howling to, actually delay your opponents from casting any skills. But that Mandragora Howling needs to be cast at the perfect time. But if someone lands that Mandragora Howling perfectly in every situation, that build will be able to take down the opposing guild. But right
Yeah,
now
somebody's
here,
casting Mandragora
mhm,
howling there,
yes,
but they
and
got affected. They got affected.
yeah, but there was no push coming from both sides though. There was
Yeah.
no push coming from both sides.
Okay.
And the emblem right now of Arsenal just representing their burning passion here
The
for
desire.
defending this castle,
The
their
desire.
fury burning passion.
Here we go.
As you can
Let's
see there,
go.
Katsura is just there beside the stack of Dominari. Dominari just eliminated that Sura who's just trying to
Here we
scout
go.
everything right there. And Red Dominari just pushed in. You can see that
Oh,
Iron Storms and Dragon's Breath landing
good
on the
sustain.
side of Arsenal. And Arsenal just falling back. They want to retreat. They want to
Oh.
down some of the members here of Red Dominari before going back. But Arsenal just trying their best to survive, and only their Shadow Chaser and Rune Knight is alive. Red Dominari pushed in really, really quickly. Arsenal didn't stand a chance right there because
Yeah.
of I think the stack of the skills that Red Dominari just pushed in on Arsenal. And that Mandragora Howling is a huge factor there for Red Dominari. That Mandragora Howling landed perfectly, which delayed a lot of the skills of Arsenal.
Yes, I agree. The moment that they saw that the
Ooh, last nightmare.
last nightmare, that's why Red Dominary is trying to TP out on this one. They don't want to get killed by this last nightmare.
Mhm. But
Oh.
maybe because last nightmare was there already holding the entrance. That's
Yeah.
why Purple Dominari wasn't able to probably help Red Dominari out. And
Yes.
that's why Red Dominari wasn't able to regroup as quick as they
Yeah.
did before.
Now we're seeing like Red Dominary at the end. That's what I like about Dominari. If their shot caller ordered a quick regroup, regardless what's the position of their members, they're just gonna port out. No, they're gonna port out and they're gonna go to the stack and get the push again with their guild.
But last nightmare right now here at Scoville Castle, they want to be a bit of that action.
Is this the
That's
new
going on.
fad grid?
Actually, Valkyrie castles has been a hotspot. The only castles that aren't getting pushed right now is Gondol and Swan Hill.
Yeah.
Those are the only castles that I haven't seen a lot of people conquer. But yeah, Last Nightmare are kind of split up right now. They have some members inside just roaming around, and they have people here at the entrance defending. But I think they are deciding to
They're gonna switch castle, I think.
switch to a castle. I think you can follow them. But oh my goodness,
Wow.
a lot of people are here.
Wow.
Are they angry at Arsenal or something?
I mean, Dominary, if they see a certain like a mob or like a Zerg people there, they're just gonna go in and contest the fight, regardless who guild is that. So maybe that's the reason why Dominary is here. We are seeing goons last nightmare Arsenal, camping this castle. So maybe that's why they just follow the people here.
Oh my goodness, but a lot of people are here. Dominari is taking a hold of this entrance. Oops, they just conquered Fadgrid Castle. It's actually my first time seeing them conquer Fadgrid Castle. Since I think the last time they did so was way back.
Yeah, yeah.
But Fadgrid
yeah.
has been a hot castle for maybe around 3 weeks now.
I mean, they saw an opportunity to cap it. Like, they're gonna cap it.
Yeah, I think since everyone's busy here at
Boy, here we go.
Okay, so Arsenal just opted for that portal defense for now.
Is this
but
a good
not a
defense?
lot of them though. Not a lot of them are there. Not really a good defense here for Arsenal since they are stacked up together.
They actually
And yes, there is There is a different entrance
Here we
in
go.
this castle. But Red Dominari is getting ready for that fight and they just push in. Oh my goodness! A lot of players there of
Wow.
Arsenal just got wiped out because of those two Shuras coming from Red Dominari. They used that curse circle and they landed those hits from the backline of Red Dominari. And Arsenal won't have enough time to actually flag warp and regroup
Okay,
here.
another
They
defense
have a
again.
bit of members
Here we
here.
go.
So Red Dominari just wanting to push Arsenal out. Red Dominari quick into
Oh.
actually dealing damage against Arsenal. Arsenal doesn't have enough time to
Wow.
regroup right there as Red Dominari so quick into being on the offensive and pushing in on this castle.
Yes. And I think what's missing on the side of the Arsenal right now, before they have the scout on different areas in the castle, but now they're losing their grip on those type of strategies. They need to have the scout up and running again just to to give them a heads up on what's gonna happen on certain areas. But right now, Last Nightmare is trying to contest and try to get few players of Dominaria at the backline, and right now they're trying to wipe it. And Last Nightmare is gonna go in. Let's go. Let's check. Oh, I think they broke the castle.
Yeah, actually, that castle has been broken, and yeah, Dominari just really swarmed in on Arsenal right there. They got caught off guard. Arsenal got caught off guard right there because as they were defending that portal earlier, they were so busy into casting the skills there at the portal. That's why they didn't notice Dominari push in from a different direction.
Yes, I agree. And yeah, I think Arsenal needs to talk it out for a bit on what's gonna be the game plan. Because again, they need to have those basic stuff in their guild, like people that scouts, the timing as well. They need to time everything. Again, you're facing a Red Dominari, which is the largest and the strongest in a massive guild fight. So they need to re-strategize again, because right now Dominari is very confident on pushing without any hesitations in guilds. Right? We're not seeing them like trying to delay the push. We're not seeing them trying to do a range fight. They're just gonna go in. They're just gonna go in and hit the back lane, wipe the back lane, and take one player at a time for the hard carries of the enemy.
Yes,
So
actually,
they need to stop
I
this one.
I think last sniper, or rather, Arsenal just wasn't aware that Dominari will be using that second portal to
Second
enter
portal,
that second portal of this castle. But there is a separate entrance to the second portal right
I'm
there
not
if you
aware
are
as well
aware.
that there's a
Actually,
second
you can
entrance.
push in. You can push in right now. I will show it to you.
Yeah.
So the
I was
viewers will
wondering,
be aware
what?
as well.
What?
Okay. All right. So
Okay.
there is a separate entrance here for this castle. If you are near, this castle, and don't actually just push in yet. Go to the left side of that flag, and turn your camera.
Oh, okay. This one?
Yeah, left side behind. Turn your camera. You will see a
Oh.
ladder going up there, and that's the separate entrance. No. Go back. Go back. There.
Okay,
There.
yeah,
That's
I got it
ladder.
now.
All right.
Oh.
All right. So that's the separate entrance for that castle.
Wow.
Okay, so our viewers are aware now.
Okay. The James
All right.
101 second.
All right, because
Thank you,
not
thank
a lot of people are aware
Yeah.
of the different entrances of these castles, and that's why the defense of Arsenal might not work earlier, because again there is a separate entrance for the second portal, which made it a little bit difficult for Arsenal to defend.
Yes, but to be fair, I think Arsenal did a good job there. They managed to sustain the fight a bit, like 5 seconds or yeah,
Yeah.
still good sustain.
Actually, go to Kremhild Castle for now. Aftershock is here. Aftershock is here. Goons is here as well, and Adonis is the castle holder. So let's see if Adonis is actually defending this castle. Maybe they will defend the choke point. Maybe they will defend the third portal. Or maybe they're not defending at all. I'm not really sure. Fratres ad vitam actually pushed in as well. So a bunch of guilds are just taking their bet into conquering this castle.
Yeah.
Some bits and pieces of different guilds though.
Yep. Well, it's actually good that oh,
Fratres already has a hold.
Atre. I think Adonis
Maybe they
is...
pushed in.
Yeah.
Maybe they pushed in Adonis though.
Check it out. Oh, they're coming from...
Mm-hmm. Maybe they got wiped out by Fratres since there were a lot of Fratres ad vitam members.
I thought that was a gunslinger. Yeah, it's a warlock. Sorry.
Yes, and I'm actually checking on the castle here of Opus Dei in Fadhim Castle. And seeing them capture this castle once again, maybe they are getting themselves ready for the larger fights. Since we know Fadgrid Castle has been a hot castle for quite a bit of time now.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of our players really favor this castle because of the good, how can I say this? Structure. Good structure of the castle.
Versiculo is here doing the damage. He's wiping the entire forces of Fratres. Okay, Curse Circle. Here we go. He needs to finish it up.
And I you know what I like about Fratres is that Soul Linker. That Soul Linker is just
Okay,
hitting
here we go.
the Emperium, trying
Here
to
we
break
go.
the Emperium right there. But Adonis there for the rescue, but that Emperium has already been damaged. And yes, I like that Soul Linker. I think that's going to be my favorite one for Fratres. That Soul Linker just knifing that Emperium away. And
Yeah.
it's similar to your Gunslinger meta, but mainly for support and just using that Soul Link. That Soul Linker can only level until 99 for the time being.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised that Soul Linker survived until the end.
Let's wait till the gunslinger.
Gunslinger, that will never happen.
It will be meta 7B.
I'm not sure if it's a good character to 7v7 because you're limited to 7 characters and you're gonna limit one of your members into a gunslinger that only lasts until 99.
It's gonna be a
But-
6B.
Yeah, you're already at a disadvantage when you use a gunslinger. But actually, you can go at the entrance of this castle right now, MG. Goons is taking a hold of the entrance of this castle. So I really like how these guilds are doing a battle of their own.
Yeah.
Just trying to, battle it out with other similar sized guilds. Like what Goons and Adonis is doing right now, and Fratres.
Fratres right now? Last Nightmare? Okay.
Yes. And the big guilds are busy among themselves. So I like where the direction of these guilds are going.
Yeah.
And Opus Dei is here as well. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I like this fight. I like this.
So I
the
want to advise the big guilds, don't go in this castle.
Yeah,
Come
please.
on,
Please.
let the smaller guilds fight.
Yeah, let them
Let
fight.
the smaller
Let them
guilds
fight.
fight.
Let's
Come on
go.
now. All right. But
I think we're gonna
Goons-
get the request. Like,
Maybe.
I think Dominari and Last Nightmare and Arsenal won't be here. I just
Oh,
really
no.
want to see the battle between Goons and Adonis.
But Red Dominari and Arsenal is already here, and a bit of Arsenal members. Oh no.
Okay. I'm not sure where Adonis is.
Maybe they're at the Emperium? Probably at the Emperium right now, while Goons are going to push in on Kremhild Castle. they are regrouping there before the Emperium. Not sure if they are going to
Okay.
take hold of that.
Versiculo is here. We know
Adonis.
that Versiculo is a pretty dangerous Sura from Adonis, so they need to stack away from this portal, or else Versiculo will take advantage of that portal and kill those easy players there. But right now, they're just stacking here, trying to cast a battle chance, and most of them are trying to go in. Are they gonna go in now?
Yes, and I like how Adonis is playing
They
to
need
their
to hurry.
strengths.
I think Last Nightmare is here. Yeah, Ellen is here.
I think they will push
They need
in
to
right
hurry
now.
now.
Okay, Goons is going to push in right now, and a bunch of their
Oh,
members are there. We can see a bit of defense here coming from Adonis, and some Goons members are getting taken out. But Adonis is busy defending themselves, but that Goons member is beside the stack there of Adonis.
they need to
And
spread out.
Goons is outnumbering Adonis right now, and they will be able to take down this
Arm cannon.
Imperium before anyone
Suicidal
else
destruction.
actually pushes in.
Oh.
That suicidal destruction actually caused a bit of damage here for Goons, as Goons has
Here we
still
go.
a lot of members right there. But whoever hits that
They
Imperium
need to move
blast
fast. They need to
will
move
be
fast.
able.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
And Adonis, I like how Adonis is just playing to their strengths. I like to mention this earlier, but that battle actually happened. But Adonis is playing to their strengths.
Yeah.
They know that they have the disadvantage in terms of numbers. They know that they don't have a lot of AOE skills. They have that mechanic, of course. They have that Sura, of course, to support their whole stack or their whole party. But they don't have a lot of backline damage. They don't have a lot of AoE skills that can land heavy damage against their opponents. So that's why they opted for a portal defense in that castle, and they just waited at the Emperium. They don't want to push out that much because, again, they don't have the capability to regroup and to actually wipe out their opponents who are just swarming in on them.
Yes. Yes, and I think Adonis is trying to capitalize on what they have right now, on what lineup are they using. Been seeing those mechanics up and running on their build. They have at least like 2 mechanics, if I'm not mistaken. And if they're gonna land those 2 mechanics like perfectly on a certain guild, like even Goons won't survive that double mechanic setup coming from Adonis. So they have a good Sura as well, Versiculo on the side of Adonis, which is pretty good in terms of picking off key players on the enemy side. So I think they have a solid lineup. It's just numbers sometimes can actually be a huge factor in a certain war.
And I think you can go now at Fat Grid Castle MG. And Power of Friendship. The Asura of Power of Friendship is actually lurking earlier here at Fat Grid Castle. But Fratres
Is he
is going
Asura,
to be here.
the POF?
Uh-huh.
Is he Asura? The POF?
Earlier, he just
Imagine
went
you
in
got
that
hit
castle.
by a guillotine fist by POF. Power of
Yeah, actually, he casted that guilty fist earlier though.
Ah.
But I don't know if it landed. But Opus Dei are going to be here at this castle. I hope the smaller guilds will be able to fight without the big guilds interfering. But then again, this is War of Emperium. That
Yes.
that can't be helped. Oh, that
go.
rolling cutter just actually
Yeah.
took down that a bunch of members right here. Last Nightmare.
They need to go
That
up a bit
ranger
here.
is still alive, but that safety wall is still up and running there. Rolling cutters coming from
Well,
Opus Dei. Aftershock, Curse Circle landing.
Yeah.
And Meteor
Opus Dei is
Storms
doing
and
good.
A lot of
They're
skills
doing
are
good.
getting
They've
casted
been
on the
wiping
floor
players.
here. But yeah, actually they have a good chance into actually dealing a lot of damage here against their opponents. But
Curse
if
Circle?
they get swarmed in and Curse Circle, okay.
Fratres?
Okay, that's what I was expecting earlier, but they are now pushing together Fratres ad vitam. And Aftershock is still alive right here. That Sura is just causing a bit of mayhem here for Fratres. But Purple Dominari, I think, is just waiting for the opposing guilds to push in on them.
Yes. Yeah, like I have a question. Have we seen Fratres versus on a,
I think we haven't seen that one.
I think they have a good they have equal numbers right now.
Mhm.
So I think Fratres and Duke gonna be the perfect match for certain fight. Then Opus Day versus Adonis. Ah,
And Pirates, just making sure they have a bit of a hold here in the battle. And, I like how Opus Dei is here at rather at Valkyrie Realm.
oh, Valkyrie.
Yes, because we've seen them participate, or we've seen them when we always at the end of every session.
Yeah.
They were always active at the end of every session, but I like what they are doing now. They are active even before the 1 hour mark of the War of Emperium. And Nonsense is here as well. Okay.
And yes, let's go.
Okay. So we haven't seen much of Nonsense. We haven't seen them, push together as a guild for a long time now. But no, actually, we've seen them try and push Nemesis Armada quite a bit back, around 2 weeks ago. But yeah, we haven't seen them for quite a bit of time now, as that Mandragora Howling will land. Adonis just wants to go in on this castle and take a hold of this
Adonis right
entrance.
now?
But I'm not sure if Dominari is just defending this castle for now.
Yes. I really wish that we can see that matchup, Adonis versus Fratres right now. And
Opus Dei, oh. Okay.
or Opus Day versus Adonis.
Okay, I think Opus Dei and Adonis is a good number.
Yeah.
For it's an even number for both guilds. And Opus Dei a little bit unorganized for a time being. They pushed in a little bit scattered right there, but I like how Opus Dei is here.
Yeah.
That's what I want to point out, because Opus Dei, I know they have the capability, they have the numbers. I think they are a group of friends. I'm not sure if they recruited members for their guild, but
Yeah.
I think they are a group of friends just trying to enjoy War of Imperium, just trying to secure a castle for themselves.
Yes.
But Fratres is here as well at the entrance of this castle. They want to push in on Adonis, that is probably trying to enter the castle right now.
I think is Fratres chasing Adonis right now, or maybe?
Maybe they just want to have a battle between even-sized guilds. Because when it comes to Arsenal, Dominari, and Last Nightmare right now,
It's a different story.
yeah, it's a different story. But you know that for now we are already mentioning Arsenal as a big guild. Because last time we couldn't do that. We were mentioning Arsenal as a medium-sized guild, but Arsenal just upgraded themselves into a big size, into a large-sized guild, and they are able to compete against the the big ones currently in the server.
And not competing, but also winning as well versus large guilds. Okay, so I think Adonis right now is on a tight spot, trying to protect the left flank area here on this Imperium. And right now, most of the Adonis right now is going in for the Imperium. This is actually a good good approach here coming from Adonis. They need to take down the Imperium as fast as they can. And
Who got that castle though?
Okay.
Who got that castle though?
Wait.
Oh, okay. Adonis
Adonis.
is able to cap that.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. Makes sense since more members are there beside the Emperium, and they were the first ones hitting that. So probably they already have those, damage already set, and they had the opportunity to last hit that. But, good job from Fratres into
Yeah, still,
making
good
that
contest.
far. But Nonsense is here. They want to get the hold of the fight as well. Okay, I like how there are a lot of medium-sized guilds here.
Dominari last nightmare. Arsenal, don't join the fight for the meantime, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Large size skills, stick and
Yeah,
Creville,
yeah, yeah.
please.
Please let them fight. Let them fight.
Uh-huh. And I'm waiting for goons as well. I'm waiting for goons because I'm pretty sure goons has decent numbers as well to participate in War of Emperium, but Purple
The
Dominari.
sustain coming from this arcade.
Mm-hmm. And
Wow.
Purple Dominati has that Sura and that Rune Knight to actually cause a bit
Wow.
of a damage here. And they also have that Warlock supporting them from behind. And, Dominari. I think Purple Dominari is okay to deal with the medium-sized guilds.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
Red Dominari,
Yeah,
please
please.
don't. Please don't. Not now.
Not today,
Not
please.
now.
Not today. Let them fight.
Let them fight, alright? But yeah, Purple Dominari has always has a decent number.
Yeah.
So I consider them a big guild as well.
Yeah, I think for me, if you're a guild that's playing our server, if you manage to beat multiple, if you manage to beat Purple Dominari multiple times, I think that's a statement already that okay, you can go to the next level. You can fight Red Dominari. Yeah, I think the test here is to take down the Purple Dominari on a 1v1.
Yes.
If you can do that, you can actually par with TB Arsenal, Last
Yes.
Nightmare, and Red Dominant. So if you can pass this guild, you have a ticket or you have a shot to fight the other guild.
Yes, but right now though, Purple Dominari is regrouping here at the entrance. And Adonis, I'm not sure of their capability to defend against these the large number of Purple Dominari. But some Red Dominari members are there. Opus Day is here to join the battle as well. We see that that Shadow Chaser just
Yeah.
using that triangle shot to cause a bit of damage against their opponent. Mandragora Howling got casted by Aftershock as Purple Dominari taking a hold of the entrance of this castle. And what's hard for the other guilds right now is Purple Dominari, if they hold this castle, most of them will be to uh not really, but it will be difficult for the other guilds to push in.
Yeah.
Because Purple Dominari already has a hold of the entrance.
Basically, they just what I've noticed on their strategy, they're trying to prevent multiple guilds on entering if someone is defending in the castle because they want to take that 1v1 fight without any worries that they're gonna get hit at the back, right? Because we've been seeing like Last Nightmare trying to put, but their backlane is pretty open. So Dominari is taking advantage of types of scenarios, and on the side of Dominari, they don't want to have that situation on their side. That's why the entrance is pretty secured, as you can see. If some of the red Dominaris is gonna help, they're gonna help to secure that fight inside the Emperium. But I think that we're gonna see.
Yes. But if Purple Dominari is taking hold of this castle, a lot of the guilds are going to get a little bit intimidated. Because again, if you are going to try and deal with Purple Dominari, you know that it's going to be a hard fight. As Purple Dominari just wants to
They
maybe
can
take
take this.
advantage
They can
right
take this.
now of the situation. Not the full number of Purple Dominari, since most of them are at the entrance as well. Purple Dominari just trying to push in. They actually just went in right there, soaking up all the damage. Mandragora Howling got casted right there. Adonis is in trouble. And you can see
Hello,
that
deception.
Sura just trying to go in there on the stack here
Richard.
of Adonis. Adonis is just trying to survive here.
Richard.
And you can see here that Oboro just causing a bit of damage here. And I'm not really sure how much damage that Oboro can do.
I think most of Dominaris are too much focus on the back lane that they forgot to deal with this character, right? Because on my, if I'm gonna be playing on the side of I would take each member first on the low ground, nearest target first. Then once it's cleared, you can go to back lane. I'm not sure why they wiping the not giving the that player.
Actually, I think what happened there for Dominari is that they wanted to push their Sura at the backline of Adonis.
Yeah.
And the mechanic came a little bit too late for Dominari. But right now, Dominari is already stacked up there at the third portal, and they are holding that flag warp. And Adonis doesn't have time to regroup right there. There is no emergency call, so that's why Adonis is going to be in trouble if Dominari just pushed in.
And I was really shocked on that mechanic. He just landed a suicidal destruction on nothing, basically.
Yes, and Purple
That's really
Dominari just pushed in.
Here
You
we
can
go.
see there that snap or that body relocation
Curse
coming
circle.
from that Sura. Curse
Oh.
Circle, Gates of Hell, and that Adonis is now in trouble right there. But damage is still getting soaked up by both sides.
Here we go.
You can see here that Royal Guard of Adonis
Here we
just
go.
taking out a lot of members here of
Come back.
Dominari. And you can see here Gates of Hell. You can see that Sura just causing a bit of
Let's
damage
go.
here. Failing to take out that Rune Knight, but was able to take down the Genetic. I'm not really sure if that Emperium is getting hit right now, but that Sura is still alive and kicking along with that mechanic that still has that Mado gear for Adonis. And Adonis
Frost.
surviving
They're recovering now.
that attack from Purple Dominari right now. Dragon's Breath landing on Adonis as Adonis will be able to survive. There is a guy with no emblem that's getting hit by that rolling cutter. Who's that Rune Knight out there?
I'm not sure. They need. Oh, the fight is not over. We still have like few Dominaries here.
Okay, check. Is that Rune Knight? That's a Rune Knight,
Sure.
right?
Nonsense.
Oh, some nonsense. Okay. That's from nonsense though.
Rolling cutter.
But
Cross him.
yeah, I think only a guillotine fist can take down. Okay, so he got knocked down.
Okay. They need to regroup as fast as
But-
they can now.
But yeah, Adonis is a little bit scattered right now, but I like how they were able to
They need to
defend
move.
this
They need
castle.
to move now.
Maybe they just waited for Dominari to push in, then they flagged together,
Yeah.
and made sure to do a little bit of a pincer attack against Dominari who just pushed in on the Emperor.
They still have like a suicidal destruction for that mechanic. So just in case that Dominari is gonna regroup on the Imperium, they can actually pop that suicidal destruction. But I think most of the Dominaris are trying to contest Adonis outside on the flag warp.
Maybe. But
Still,
yeah.
good sustain here coming from Adonis.
Yes, a very good sustain here. Adonis surviving the fight, but I'm not sure how long since
First circle,
Dominari
though.
is just lurking in this castle. And I see outside of Fat Good Castle, members of Nonsense, members
Oh.
of Purple Dominari still there, and Fratres.
So, windmill. Okay, so it's
Okay, okay,
Oh!
okay. So that
Somebody
combo
needs to clip
works
that.
again though.
Oh!
I thought they were just going to leave that behind and not use that suicidal destruction, but they decided to use
Wow.
that. And perfect timing for Curse Circle and suicidal destruction right there.
That mechanic.
Yeah, I think that Dominari was expecting that. I think they were expecting
Like-
that to happen though.
Wow. Okay, so I think Dominari is not aware that Adonis doesn't have enough players inside. Yeah. As you can
I'm
see,
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they're not aware.
like
Um,
we're seeing like a solid stack of Dominari here, waiting for I'm not sure what they're waiting for.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yes, but Purple Dominari, I'm not sure what they are doing right now, but as they are regrouping right there, we can actually take a look now at Scarlet Palace if you want to check this out. Actually, Goons is holding Scarlet Palace right now here at the bridge. So I'm not sure if there will be a contest here for the other guilds.
oh.
Mm-hmm. And the Dominari, some scouts were sent.
Well, to be fair, I really like the mix of fights that we're having right now. Adonis having a big fight versus Purple Dominari. Just imagine that. And right now, Goods versus a Red Dominari. So we're seeing multiple guilds fighting well matchup for our session for today. So that's nice.
Yes, as Goons and Dominari is getting ready for the fight. We all know that Goons is at a disadvantage against Red Dominari right
Yeah.
there. But, miracles
What's the
can
but?
happen. Do you
Oh,
believe in miracles, MG?
I do. I do. We've been seeing miracles with Arsenal. So
Okay.
definitely Guns can,
Oh,
can match the
oh,
level
move on for
of
a bit.
Red
Move on for a bit.
Dominari. I almost died there.
Look at your HP.
Not
Oh
me.
my goodness.
Guys, this is
Okay. So we all know that an intense fight is coming up. That's why you got damaged right there.
okay. Here we
Red
go.
Dominari getting ready for that push. Goons is going to be in trouble. You can see here that Shadow Chaser was used as a scout. Curse Circle not landing to a
Connecting
lot
now.
of people here. But that
We go.
windmill actually used that that
Oh,
Sura actually went into the stack of goons right there. And I'm not sure what I'm seeing right now since both of their emblems are red. As goons are going to be there. Well, Dominari is just pushing this castle.
yeah.
And Dominari proving their dominance against their opponents right there.
Yes.
But yeah, it's really hard to see your opponent since they have the same color skin of their color
Exactly.
scheme of their emblems.
And at one point there, I thought Guns, especially that
Mhm.
curse circle, they have a failed curse circle on the side of Dominari. I thought that's a sign already that Guns can actually take advantage of of that push coming from Dominari. But again, Dominari is very no they have this consistency. They have this vibe that they're gonna push in and take out any enemies in front of them. So yeah,
Yeah, but what happened there is goons also made mistakes. They actually, I'm not sure if it was on purpose, but that Asura of goons actually just went in on the stack there of Dominari, used that windmill to make everyone or make some of them sit down so that
yeah,
they would
yeah.
be able to cast a lot of skills. But there was no follow up coming from goons because Dominari just too quick into pushing in on the back line of goons. They weren't able to cast anything there. I think their Bragi maybe got eliminated quickly. Maybe a Mandragora Howling landed on the side of goons.
Yeah.
That's why no skills were casted that much against Dominari. But yeah, a good battle between these two guilds. Unfortunately for goons, Dominari just has a dominating number against them.
Yes.
Mhm.
And earlier, I think they've been really patient on the side of Domin. They've been pushing, and once they realize that most of the skills connected on their side, punishing the backline and the front line,
Mhm.
the moment that that signal hit the enemy, they immediately did a quick push there. Well, we saw like some Guyak pushes earlier coming from the Royal Guard punishing the backlane, and yeah,
Mhm.
capping Remhill.
Yes, actually they are in Kremhild Castle, but I don't see any defense coming from Adonis right there. And I'm actually I actually want to look at Fat Grid Castle right now. Nonsense is at the entrance of this castle.
Okay.
And I do want to shout out our viewers right here. Alan Miko. My it didn't notify the stream didn't notify for me.
Oh,
I didn't get notified of the stream. All right. Okay, okay. I didn't get notified of the stream. So make sure to click that bell icon in the page. Three guilds left. No, actually, most guilds are just scattered right now, Uncle GR. Go Good said Primrose. Okay, so we haven't seen Primrose for quite a bit of time now. Glad to see you back on the stream.
yeah. Well, I think so far I'm pretty happy on what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Left and right fights coming. Ratres, Opus A, Guns. Those
And
guilds, we don't
yeah.
have like enough. I think have enough data on the. Right now, we're seeing them fighting each like a fresh war of Imperium for me. Like no, like learning again from zero to one again. So it's really nice that Adonis, we are seeing Adonis and guilds right fighting each other.
Mhm. Yes, I like actually how guilds are pursuing the fights proactively right now.
Yeah,
Nonsense
yeah.
has been passive for a long time, and I'm glad that they are back to actually give a bit of a fight against their opponents, and they are actually doing a good job into eliminating some of the other guilds.
And nonsense. They're actually one of those guilds that very aggressive when it comes to fights. They just want to play it safely. On our last sessions that we had here in War of Imperium, but right now we're seeing them back in action, trying to take fights versus Fratres, Adonis, and the other guilds right now. But I'm not sure. Like some of the red dominaries are trying to join the purple dominary on certain fight.
Mhm.
Maybe they got bored because the fights versus LN Last Nightmare and Arsenal is enjoyable because Arsenal and Last Nightmare is switching castle from time to time.
Yes, and speaking of those guilds, MG, where are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
right
Okay.
now,
Okay. Okay.
but right now,
Okay.
I just wanna see how nonsense play this. I really wanna see gonna defend this versus Dominari. So Adonis defending this side versus Dominari. They managed to defend this like twice. So let's go ahead and check how nonsense will react on Dominari's push.
Yes, and actually, after you watch that battle, I'm not sure if uh, you will be able to see the battle unfold, but uh, Dominari is pushing in on Yushuan's Castle. And some members of Last Nightmare is here. Probably they are going to defend this, or maybe not. But they are getting ready for a huge fight right here. And Arsenal is the castle holder.
Yeah, same goes with Dominari Purple. They're getting ready now. They're getting stacked up now, fighting Nonsense inside. Nonsense has a pretty insane defense here. I'm assuming that they can hold and wipe the entire forces of Dominari here. Just they need to have a perfect execution. Yeah, they have a pretty solid defense here. Okay.
Yeah, Purple Dominari just wants to push in, and Curse Circle already done. Oh,
Wow.
what happened? There was a defense earlier. Maybe
They,
they fell back.
not sure. I'm sure that there's a defense there. I'm 100%
Yeah,
sure.
there was a defense though. But yeah, Dominari will be able to take Fat Grid Castle. with ease against nonsense. I think some of them fell back or some of them
Like
got eliminated.
for me,
Uh, yeah.
I think one comment that I have on that push, guys, if you're gonna defend on the, make sure that you're not too stacked on a certain area or certain position near the portal. And the same time, if you know that it's only like 6 or 7 cells away from the stack there, try to scatter around. Again, per circle will punish that certain.
Uh, maybe it really depends on their strategy, MG. Because
But
some characters
I'm
will
not gonna.
really need you to be close to that portal. Especially if they don't know that you're Sura, you are hidden beside that portal. Maybe you can actually, pop yourself out and use that curse circle. Or maybe you're using that rolling cutter. And, disabling that Sura from, casting that curse circle instead of your stack, just
Yeah.
making sure that cast beside that portal will disable that Sura for a bit of time because that Sura won't be able to do anything unless he casts more skills. But yeah, actually, it really depends on the strategy.
Yeah.
For Fadgrid Castle, I'm not sure if that is really okay, since the setup of the Emperium. There's like a
Yes, you have the high
staircase.
ground as well. Have the high ground there. So yeah, that's the only comment that I have. Sorry, I'm getting I'm getting oozy because we've been seeing defenses lately. They have a different approach, and I think most of the guilds doesn't do that. My opinion on the most of the guilds that I saw defending that spot, they have like a stack here at the, especially if
Mhm.
they don't have any
Okay,
classical clock.
wait. Before you say anything though, MG, go to Bright Arbor Castle right now.
Right, Arbor.
Bright Arbor Castle. Okay,
Okay, good.
okay, you need to be.
Let me jump there.
All right, all right, all right. Oh no, 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 no! Entrance only, entrance only, entrance only.
What?
Okay,
Whoa.
okay, okay.
Whoa.
All right, all right.
Boy.
So Arsenal is the castle holder right now of this castle. Um, Goons is just making sure to deal a bit of damage here against Dominari, but that Dragon's Breath is landing on the stack there
Shadow
of
Destruction?
Goons right now. So his
Wow.
Shadow Destruction landed on Goons, and Dominari just pushed in really,
And here
really
we
quickly.
go.
Well, Arsenal is ready
Let's
to push
go.
everyone out. Okay, so no one is going inside. We are going to take a hold of this castle. We are going to clean things up as Arsenal. Okay, after they are done, they will
They
fall
need-
back.
They need to fall back.
Okay.
They need to fall back. That's gonna be dangerous.
All right. They just wanted to clean up the mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Arsenal has a strategy in mind. They pushed out. They wiped everyone out who are just lurking right there. They have that Archbishop there, just scouting. If you can see that
Ooh.
Archbishop earlier,
Yeah, yeah,
they're
yeah.
on top.
She's been slowing players a lot in Arena.
Yeah, oh, he's just hidden. She's just hidden there.
Oh my God.
With
Here we
that
go.
Numa, okay.
Numa? Low?
Okay.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Guillotine
Oh.
fist. With that emote, oh my goodness. All right.
Again, round 2 coming from Dominari. They're not gonna they're not gonna back down versus Arsenal. They don't want to they want to fight Arsenal on this castle. Right now they're trying to regroup here on the right choke area. And we're not seeing any guilds coming from the entrance. But again, we're seeing some goons here. I think goons will call out that they can actually do a quick RG here. Dominari right now, stacking Mandragora, Sowling, casting here, but Arsenal is pretty prepared for this clash. And as we can see, we are seeing multiple vacuums and a psychic wave there on the floor, and on the side of Dominari, they're putting Land Protector, making sure that they're not getting affected by those massive AoEs on the side of the Warlocks. of Arsenal. Arsenal right now still putting
Okay. Ooh.
pressure, and currently they're gonna charge in. The mechanic is trying to push in. Are we gonna see a successful push there coming from the mechanic? Suicidal destruction? No. Failed suicidal destruction, and we're seeing few Arsenal players diving in, and Dominari is diving in as well on the back lane of Arsenal. Arsenal is still sustaining the fight here, and I think Dominari is losing the grip here on their side, and we're seeing some of the red Dominari helping the purple Dominari, and some of the Arsenal people or Arsenal members are trying to delay the Dominari forces here, while Arsenal on the other side is trying to regroup, trying to burn out their AoEs on that choke area, making sure that Dominari is gonna have a hard time on pushing to their stack. But Dominari is very persistent on pushing now on the side of Arsenal. Arsenal right now doing a quick counter initiation AoE damage there, and that is connecting to few Dominari players, and Arsenal is just losing player one by one and falling back inside the castle. And Dominari, the regroup, the push, the commitment is really powerful for Arsenal. So yeah, Arsenal just lost their forces there.
Yes, but actually, Dominari was quick into regrouping.
Yeah.
We saw them got taken down earlier. They got taken out pretty quickly, but not really quickly, but pretty well by Arsenal. But they regrouped really fast. That's why they were able to get in the action, back and back and back
Yeah.
and back again. And Arsenal, of course, is the castle holder. I'm not sure if they are defending this castle, since this is a castle that you can. Or
Yeah, I
that
think they're
Emperium
not
is
gonna
really a
defend
good
this.
spot to defend. But no defense here at Bright Arbor for Arsenal. A good push coming from Dominari. Of course, Arsenal did a good job, and I like how Arsenal positioned their members.
Yes.
They were scattered. They were scattered, but again, it has its cons. Some damage dealers are there so way back from their stack. That's why when that member of Arsenal, that Sura of Arsenal,
Yeah.
pushed in on the stack of purple Dominari using that curse circle, no one was able to provide that additional that damage that they need to wipe out purple Dominari. And purple Dominari, on the other hand, has a lot of sustain.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw that, but there was an Archbishop. Of course, she was in a party. She was there behind the walls, just casting that Colosseum heal, healing everyone from her party. And that made a lot of sustaining elements for Dominari.
Yes.
And Dominari is, quick into the grouping. So that's why if some of them got wiped out, they were going to go back. They are going to go back in again.
Yes.
Or maybe it only takes around 10 seconds for them to regroup.
Yes. And like we said, that's actually one of the strengths of Dominari. The regroup strat of them is really insane. Like, if you wipe one player, you're gonna expect that player to come back like after 5 seconds. No.
Yeah, well, the coordination of Dominari,
Yeah.
though,
Yeah.
it's really no joke. And we've been saying this for a long time now. Dominari is a really well-coordinated guild. Even if they have 2 guilds or 3 guilds, for that matter,
Yeah.
they have 3 guilds, but they are all so well-coordinated.
Yes. And maybe the coordination of those Archbishop as well. That's putting the portals from time to time. Because the portals are no joke as well. Like putting the right portals, or where what castle are you gonna attack, or what castle are you guys gonna regroup and all. Like that's a no joke job for someone who's gonna put portal.
Yes. And Arsenal is just trying to kinda defend this castle for now. And really an action-packed War of Emperium so far.
Yeah.
Of course, since we only have 24 minutes left in this castle, we might see a last minute break here coming from Dominati as
Here we
Arsenal
go.
is going to be in trouble. Arsenal just trying their best to survive, but I'm not sure why that Rune Knight casted that Clashing Spiral. Maybe he got dismounted. But yeah,
Oh, I think Arsenal.
Dominati is going to push in on Arsenal right now. This is quite the different Dominati that we saw um for the previous sessions, because usually when it's only the last 30 minutes of
Mhm.
the session, they are all scattering themselves into different castles to
Yeah.
capture or to secure multiple castles until the end of that session. But right now we are seeing them push until probably the last minute, and I think that's a good call.
Yep. I think they just want to take their revenge versus Arsenal in wiping Purple Dominant lead on our
Hmm.
sessions. So maybe an opportunity for them to punch back Arsenal. But yeah, they've been trying to chase Arsenal, get that sweet.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think once they're trying to spread out now. Spread out.
Yes, and constant improvements coming from our guilds right
Yeah.
now. Um,
Y- y- Yeah.
yeah.
The girls right now are. I'm pretty excited for them. To be fair, like
Hmm.
King, Opus Dei, Adonis, Fratres, Boons. I mean, their fights is very different versus Dominari. Are again, their fights is one to one. Like they they can manage to sustain the damage on, and they can actually do multiple strategy compared to a large guild fights. It's a,
Hmm.
basically a straight fight. Like you're gonna farm in, hit the back lane, and that's. But in for the fights for Adonis and medium side, it's very technical. We're seeing skills casting, multiple skills hitting players, multiple skills trying debuffing players. Really nice. Uh, these guilds fighting each other. I'm pretty hype up. If we're gonna have like an event that we can see them like just GV, plainly GV, no breaking of it, just plainly GV. Pretty excited.
Hmm. Yes, and uh, actually, this is the few minutes that our guilds are just getting ready for the end of the session, since we only have 20 minutes left. I think most guilds right now are settling down,
Yeah.
since the War of Emperium session will end in any minute now. But yeah, I like how these guilds are playing. Most of them are really offensive right now. The aggression coming from these guilds and their willingness to fight. I like how they are improving themselves as players and as guilds, because we've been seeing new strategies come out from our guilds and our players. We've seen them improve, though I'm not sure if it's the same player playing, but we've seen them be more capable in individual fights.
Yes. And again, like I said, all of the class that they have on their lineup, uh, they're using everyone. They're using every skill that they know that can delay or that can actually, give them an advantage. That's what I like about this same number fights.
Mhm.
And seeing them, hopefully that this is gonna be a start for something big for them, right? We've been
Mm-hmm.
featuring um Arsenal before, when they were like or medium-sized guild before, and look at them now. In Their numbers have been increased. I think people are watching how this guild play. Um, they saw the potential. That's why they went to Arsenal. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe if we can feature as well certain guilds like Opus Dei, for example, I think people can see the potential of guild. Opus Dei is one of the consistent guilds that we have in War of Emperium. They've been showing up almost all of our War from Imperiums. They've been capping castles as well. They've been winning as well. They've been winning fights as well. And the
Mm-hmm.
same time, they're gaining. So again, guys, for those who's watching right now, and if you're still looking for a guild, come and check our Adonis guild, Big Guild, Boons, Nonsense, Fratres as well. Even Fratres. Been seeing Fratres contesting multiple, very successful.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, guys, so sure to go in and check them out, and maybe you're gonna be the next big guild that can actually take down um the other guilds or the big guilds.
Yes, actually, to better coordinate yourselves with the guilds who are recruiting right now, there is a section in our ROGGH Discord where you can look for guilds. It has a looking for guild. Okay, it's really named the channel. The text channel is really named looking for guild,
And look at
and
them now.
there is a guild introductions channel as well that you can use to so that our players can or our guild leaders can introduce their own guild. Maybe if you are interested in joining them, you can send them a message and join them as you like. But there is a looking for guild channel in Discord. If you don't have a guild as of right now, you might have your you might want to take your chances into getting a guild there, or our guild leaders or our guild recruiters are always shouting or using those megaphones in game to broadcast that they are recruiting. So yeah.
Again, seeing the fights, right, for those medium size, again, actually very happy for you,
Mm-hmm.
because those fights are just, for me, it's kind of rare that we see them fight in
Yes.
kind of beast Dominari, wherein we haven't those coordinated fights versus
Mm-hmm.
just happy, really happy for the community that
Yes.
we have this guilds that's been stepping up despite of fighting large guild like Omena.
Mm-hmm.
Proud of them.
I think everyone is happy right now.
Yeah.
I think everyone is happy unless they lose their castle at the last minute, so they won't be happy about that. But I'm going to take advantage of this time right now, since we only have 15 minutes left in this current War of Imperium session, to dish out the current events and updates here in ROGGH. Of course, first things first, this is a reminder for the SG community event that will happen on the 27th of August. So this is going to be on Saturday. All right, you can come meet our C Amico and fellow players. Players who have indicated their interest are reminded to check their email inboxes and junk mail boxes for updates on the event. And yeah, so make sure to check it out. Of course, check your emails. And yeah, for updates, there is a new NPC called Pluto Xenia. Players exploring the various major cities now have the chance to earn super rare costumes by purchasing consumable synthesis boxes from Pluto Xenia, our newest NPC. All right. Okay. So the NPC looks a little bit
Much better. Because last time we only have the
yeah,
the
yeah,
image
well,
plus the coordinate.
yeah, the NPC looks a little bit HD now, all right?
HD, yeah.
A pixelated HD
Yeah, we're
yeah,
improving as well.
NPC.
Like not only the guilds are improving, but also us.
Also the NPC, all
Yeah,
right? Also the NPC is improving, okay?
yeah.
Okay, aside from this, we also have our Cosmic Egg, which is now available in the cash shop. This egg is really popular since we've been seeing players just try and get something good out of it. Since this is your chance to get some sealed MVP cards, the Wings of Raphael or Grim Reaper costume. All right. There is also a deafening balloon that you can try to get, and also safe to 9 armor and weapon certificates. All right, so this is a popular item. We've been seeing players just open them even during War of Imperium. We've been seeing players open those cosmic eggs.
I'm actually one of those players that if we have a like clash or Emperium, I'm gonna try my RNG to open something.
Okay, so that is going to be your.
No, seriously.
Maybe that's maybe you're feeling lucky at that time. Okay, this is my luck. This I'm going to get something out of it. Open.
Or something before I die. I'm gonna open.
That's a little bit dangerous.
Yeah.
Or
I'm one of
maybe
those
before you push in on your opponent, maybe that's a good call.
Yes, I'm actually one of those players. Like for example, teammates are they have like failed +7 plus. After like few minutes, I'm gonna upgrade my item, and they've been getting. I'm just asking, did you push for your +9? I know it.
Oh yeah. Speaking of +9s, but before I actually say that out loud, can you go to Hohenschwang the Emperium, since Fratres is actually Nemesis Armada is actually holding that castle right now.
Yeah.
So we have something to show to the viewers. We haven't seen much of them in this War of Imperium session, but I'm happy that they are here, just taking a hold of a castle and trying to secure it before our War of Imperium session ends. And as I was mentioning earlier, though, you were mentioning about or you were speaking about refinements, pushing your upgrade RNG to the limit.
Yeah.
And now is the best time to do so because there is a refinement event. During the event period, refine your weapons with a higher chance of success. Players can also get limited refined materials from the cash shop. And it will last until the 1st of September. And you could try your luck. Of course, increased chance of success. I think some chances have 100% more success rate. From 5 it became 10, or from 5 it became 15. There is information about the chances of refine in our Discord.
Yep.
So if you haven't joined the Discord yet, make sure to do so because you'll be able to check out the chances of refinement there as well.
And the more upgrades that you can do, the more sustain or damage that you can have.
Yes. All right. So I'm not sure what's the highest refined for our players, or what's the highest refined item that our players have right now.
Yeah. Maybe if they know someone, they can actually call.
Yeah, maybe they have a so over refined item right there. But another event that we have in the server right now is Singapore and Malaysia National Day event. It's still up. All right. This event is to celebrate Singapore's 57th National Day and Malaysia's 63rd National Day. You can help Abangmat and get daily rewards like EXP, consumables, event limited costumes, and chance stone boxes and Safety 7 refined tickets. This event will also end on September 1, 2022. And yeah, actually, we have a lot of events currently in game. We also have an XP boost for the board quest. So this is an Eden board quest update. Players can now accept all quests from the Eden board at once. This is very useful for practically everybody trying to level up. Because you can accept it all at once instead of just individually pressing them one by one. All right. Then
Yeah.
there is also a boost, a 50% experience bonus from the 18th of August to September 1, 2022 in the Eden Board Quest. All right.
Yes. I think I need to take advantage of that.
I think you do. If you're planning to level up your gunslinger. All right. So quick fact. All right. Quick fact for everyone. MG just started to make his gunslinger. All right. He just started to make his gunslinger, so he might ask for help anytime soon. All right. So players who are willing to help, MG is right there. All right.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the same time, I saw someone from all this. From Nemesis Armada. Wait, get his name. Epica. Yeah. Shout out to Epica. Oh, from Nemesis Armada.
All right.
Right now.
Yeah. Okay. So in the comment section right now, Michelle is still looking for the camera of MG. But oh my gosh, there a last minute push
Yeah,
here. Goons?
Goons right now,
They
trying to
want to
sustain.
push in on the defense here of Nemesis Armada, but I'm not sure if it's a good call right now since they have that classical block earlier there on the floor. Dragon's Breath will land here on Nemesis Armada, but they have that Numa on the ground.
Oh, we have some Arsenal as well.
And the goons that what characters that I can see? Runite. That Runite is still
Yeah,
alive
Achilles.
for goons. And not much damage here coming from Nemesis Armada. I don't know if they will be able to take down the members here of goons. Okay, so that a member of goons already got taken out. And I like how the one with the classical pluck on the floor right there.
Wait, what?
What? Oh yeah. They were not the castle owners.
Okay.
They were the castle owners, so they just hostage Hohen Shuang Go right there. Okay, so we just saw a last minute push. We just saw a last minute push coming from goons, but I don't think that's the full number of goons though.
Yeah.
Maybe just a bit of them wants to show themselves in front of the camera. Okay, so hi there, goons.
Hello.
Hi there, goons. All right, and a bit of I think one Arsenal member was also there. Okay. All right. So yeah, since we got a little bit startled because of that push from goons, I do want to mention that yeah, we also have our Razor Gold for this month. Okay, Razor Gold August. Okay. So this is from August 1 to August 1, 2022 to August 31, 2022. Recharge your GEnjoy account via Razor Gold Wallet and get in-game items such as Mystic Powders, Tears of Blessing, a limited Flywing Box, Almighty, Infinity Drink, Power Boosters, Guarantee Armor 5, and Costume Eleanor Wig for free. For August promotions, you will get the following. For Tier 1 on cumulative 2000 KP top up with Razor Gold Wallet and score Mystic Powder, 5 Tears Blessing, and 2 times 2R Flywing Box. And for tier 2 with 10,000 community Kafra points with Razor Gold Wallet, you can score 10 Almighties, 10 Infinity Drinks, 10 Power Boosters, and a Guarantee Armor 5. For 30,000 KP with Razor Gold Wallet, you can receive that Costume Eleanor wig for free. All right. You
Oh,
can recharge at the website or here at www.genjoy.asia/top-up. And if you want to know more information about the promotion, you can visit our website, ro.genjoy.asia, or join the ROGGH Discord. Links of the events that I mentioned earlier and the Razor Gold August can be found in the pinned comment of the stream. So make sure to do check it out, as updates are always coming to ROGGH.
cool.
All right. Hopefully there are new players. Yeah, we're all hoping for that as well.
Mario.
Mario. It's separated, okay? It's the Ma and Rio is separated, okay? Streamer GS then open Eggs MG. Well, I think
Um,
MG playing GS is kind of a bit of a laughing matter right now.
okay. Before I do that, everyone needs to donate bullets. Fucking.
Yeah. MG actually asked for bullets earlier.
Ah,
So if you have extra bullets for MG, you can give it to him as well.
Like
Costumes are the.
I've been asking for random players for bullets. They keep giving me, and
Oh,
they're
okay.
they're not
So you need.
they're not
so you need to
pointing
buy
where
your own,
buy, where to buy the bullets. So
So you need to buy your own. But no, MG, you need to go here at Sadgrid Castle. Arsenal is trying to go in for that last minute push, as we see a lot of players of nonsense are actually here.
oh,
But Arsenal just got wiped out. Nonsense has a solid defense though. Nonsense, what? What? Okay. So they didn't notice that? They didn't actually spot that mechanic who's hitting the Emperium right now?
can this mechanic break
No,
the
no.
Imperium?
He can if it hits that for a long time, but in the entrance, most of the nonsense members are there.
And Ressa is not sure if he's calling it.
I'm not sure, but you can go here at the entrance right now. Okay,
Oh
so
my.
there is a support now for nonsense. So I think
Oh,
Arsenal
Nonsense
is just
going in
planning.
now.
Okay, that Ranger already told his teammates that Arsenal is just trying to break.
No
the Emperor.
reaction from them.
What?
Here we go, cursor.
Okay,
again.
curse circle. Okay.
Ah.
Okay. I think Arsenal just wants to deny nonsense of their chance to break.
Who's
Oh, suicide so he didn't survive though. He didn't survive.
Oh my!
Oh my goodness.
Don't do that emoji in front of a
Okay.
mechanic.
Okay,
Dude,
okay, but that
don't
Arsenal
do
is
that.
still there. Arsenal just pushed in. Okay, we will see a last minute break.
Whoa!
No. No.
Are we no follow up from Arsenal?
No.
Nah.
Arsenal. No last minute breaks there for Arsenal. Okay, but that was fun to watch though.
Don't
Oh my goodness.
ever do that versus a mechanic. Don't
Okay.
do any emojis. Just kill the guy and move on.
That's suicidal destruction though. Oh my
Please
goodness.
don't do that next time.
Oh my goodness. All right. A last minute suicidal destruction coming from Arsenal. And yeah, a quick fun last 2-minute push coming from Arsenal right there. Okay. Any updates on portal lags? What do you mean by portal lags, Luis? But yeah, if you have any concerns about the technicality or the technical issues that you are experiencing in game, please do join the ROGGH Discord. you can send a message there at general, or if you have any questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, most players are willing to help you out, and the CMs are active there as well. Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah,
and
please
I
do
think
join.
yeah, and I think if you want to report something, this is actually the best report it which you can for the so they can maybe include that on the patch me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if have or if tags or issues on your end, great maybe submit a ROGG or
Yes, and yeah, thoughts about War of Imperium? I think you already voiced that out earlier,
yeah,
MG.
yeah. Just happy.
Yeah, I think everyone is happy about the current War of Imperium session right now. A lot of guilds are stepping up, and we've been seeing these medium to small size guilds, compete against other guilds now, and it's really enjoyable to watch the fights between these medium sized guilds and the large size guilds as well. We haven't seen a lot of the large size guilds battles, since I think most of them are in different spots, since we are just covering one castle at a time.
Yeah,
All right, but a lot of guilds are stepping up right now. I'm glad Opus Day finally is here now to battle it out against other guilds at the start
yeah,
of our War from Imperium session. Nonsense was there as well. We haven't seen them conquer Fadgrid Castle for a long time. I'm
yes,
glad that they actually, stepped up and conquered it for now. And a new discovery in Skogul Castle. All right.
yeah. I learned
We
some
finally got to know that
101
second
session.
entrance. Right. And a lot of good moments here in our current War of Imperium session. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this War of Imperium session as much as we did. Um all right. Okay, so I'm just checking the comments section right now. And yeah, shout out to everyone who is watching right now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as we did, like I said earlier. And yeah, anything you want to add, MG?
Yeah. I mean, I think I just want to shout out those watching right. Very, very active. Thank you so much for voicing out our for your guilds as well. And yeah, don't forget to do comment section. You find the art or not sure if yeah maybe you're gonna see us.
All right. And yeah, aside from that, please do welcome our new CM Emmy.
Yeah,
All right. Okay, so you'll be seeing more of CM Emmy, and yeah, our community is improving and improving every day. All right, so that's going to be it for our current session. And yeah, shout outs to everyone who is watching.
yeah,
And yeah, as always, we are glad to be your casters for War of Imperium. Okay. Yeah, so this is it. My name is James,
and my name is MG.
and we'll see you guys again next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.